Grant McCann has gone for one surprise change and an enforced one. Nathan Baxter comes in for his first league game of the season and his first league game since March when he was Accrington Stanley. The main change, of course, is Alfie Jones being out injured. Deshaun Bernard comes in, so the team for the Tigers is Baxter in goal, Coyle, Elder, Greaves and Bernard. Same midfield three for Smallwood, Doherty and Honeyman. KLP, Josh McGuinness and Wilkes up top. Ingram, Emmanuel, Cannon Longman, McLaughlin, Matt Smith and Tyler Smith are on the bench for the Tigers today. Hull City still trying to play the big direct long ball, which finds its way through towards Bradley Collins, former Chelsea youngster like Nathan Baxter. Clocked up 150 career games in his last match against Derby. He's got youth achievements as Hull City come forward. Keane Lewis Potter just gets into the penalty area. He's got a couple to aim at. He tees it back out to Smallwood, who hits it on the half volley from the 18-yard line. It just goes over the top of the bar. Not a bad attempt, but he'll certainly want to do better. He probably had time to take a touch, in truth. And the captain trying to set out Hull City's attacking stall, but over the top it went, and it remains 0-0. We've got a 6'5" and a 6'3", two centre halves in Hellick and Kitchen. John Williams is quite tall as well, but Jasper Moon as well is probably up there as well, 6'4", 6'5", so it's going to be a big job for McGuinness, who turns on the ball from 18 yards and gets the shot away. And Hull City find the front three. McGuinness from 18 yards able to get the ball in twist and take it on his left foot, but dragged it wide of the target. But that at least shows a little bit of promise for Hull City. It was Coyle who played it through, a little touch from Malik Wilkes. McGuinness on the turn went for a more instinctive opportunity, and Hull City have a throw it inside the final third. Can they get themselves in front? And Callum Elder, I think, is thinking about this long throw into the penalty area, which has got 5 men in black and amber waiting. Elder will launch. It just goes over Jacob Greaves' head. He's got time to tee it back to Doherty, who hit it with venom, but straight into a red wall of Barnsley defenders. Comes to Coyle, 25 yards out. Just wide of the target for the Tigers. Jacob Greaves latching onto the resulting cross. Drops wide of the target. What a great chance that was. Chances have been a bit of a rarity for him so far this season. But the ball was delightful from Louis Coyle. 25 yards out. Didn't need any power. It had the curve to go right into the danger zone. And the two Hull-born men nearly linked up together. The two defenders, almost the architects of Hull City's first goal and 10th goal of the season. Barnsley just improvising, getting the ball away, doing the basic of getting it up to safety. Cole has done very well on this near touchline to keep it in play, and he gets around Honeyman. I thought he was going to get around him, but instead Honeyman leaves a right boot around the shin of Devante Cole, and that's going to bring a booking for George Honeyman. So set pieces Hull City have had and not taken, and now they've got to defend one of their own as the ball is to the left of the penalty area inside the final third. Keane Lewis Potter is the only man in the wall. Honeyman has broken away to go on Mark Jordan Williams, who waits on the edge of the penalty area. Pretty much everyone else is inside the box. It will be delivered. Nice delivery as well. Cole gets the connection and heads it awkwardly wide of the target. He'll be disappointed with that. The cross into the box, into the 6-yard box as well. And when you're in that sort of position, when you are a striker, disappointing end outcome from a Barnsley perspective. 27 minutes in. Bournemouth lead against Swansea, and Nottingham Forest have just gone in front against Preston. It's not a high-scoring afternoon in the Championship. Barnsley coming forward. Woodrow down the right-hand side now. Barnsley haven't explored this channel for a while, with Callum Britton into the penalty area. Thinks about setting his sights at goal. Does now, and Baxter bashes it into the ground and behind for a corner. Callum Britton was potentially thinking about crossing the ball, and he just bluffed Callum Elder, who ended up on the deck, and that allowed Baxter in the end to make the save, as Britton did get the shot away on his right foot towards the near post. Good positioning from the keeper. They certainly look very comfortable though in getting the ball forward and playing through the channels, playing through the thirds. And now Greaves will try that big diagonal, looking for Malik Wilks as the ball will hang near the touchline. A little nod back from Wilks finds Honeyman. Smallwood receives it just inside the Barnsley half to Coyle. Coyle with a little through ball to McGuinness, who receives it right on the white paint on the edge of the box, and it's a cross into the penalty area. Honeyman gets there! Hull City have scored! George Honeyman! The pressure finally tells for Barnsley. McGuinness's cross. Barnsley's defence battered the ball against their own keeper, and the result was a rebound for George Honeyman to finish. And Hull City lead by 1-0 here at Oakwell. George Honeyman said in midweek they have to stick to their principles. They've played really well in this first half, the Tigers. They've looked the more aggressive, and George Honeyman was in the right place at the right time from 15 yards to find the back of the net. Josh McGuinness had it, he delivered, and Barnsley were the ones who put it on a plate for George Honeyman to finish. Honeyman, the goal scorer, wants to be provider from this corner kick, and he's got plenty to aim at inside the box. It's delivered, but header won this time by Hellick. Doherty on the edge of the area brings the ball down for Callum Elder. Emmanuel, first big touch for him is to swipe the ball towards the penalty area. Poor header from Barnsley. Keane Lewis Potter picks it up in the box. Too many men in front of him as he has a go at goal. Honeyman will now play it into the penalty area, and the header by Malik Wilks will drop just wide of the target. Well, they've had chances after chances in this first half. Baxter hasn't been kept very busy, but he might be called upon here as Barnsley have a free kick near the halfway line just on Hull City's side of the pitch, and it will be Benson to drop it short into the feet of Gomez, who takes 3 touches and then delivers the cross into the box. Headed down, Woodrow tries to head it into the path of a man in a red shirt. That time it was Kitchen, and it's just sent clear by Bernard, but the long ball is an effective one. Up to Keane Lewis Potter, gets it down at pace into the penalty area. He can tee up Honeyman maybe for a second. Ball pops to Doherty. Big save from Collins. McGuinness will now try, and he has plucked out a poor shot which goes high and wide, but Hull City on the counter nearly had a second, maybe should have had a second. Keane Lewis Potter drove into the penalty area, and Honeyman, who I don't think has ever had a career brace, got his feet in a bit of a muddle, and then Doherty took it on. Brave goalkeeping to get in the way of that as Baxter clears away down the middle. McGuinness leaps, and is he going to get it through towards Malik Wilks? It's pushed back by the Barnsley defence. Could run out of play this. Bradley Collins is able to tip the ball and keep it in play down by the corner flag, and it's done very well to get it to Callum Britton, who's managed to read Doherty's pressure, and now he will come forward. He tries to lift the ball to the penalty area for Woodrow to get onto. Right idea, needed to be inch perfect and just lacked it by a yard or two. Emmanuel gives it away though. Barnsley have it in the final third. They come into the penalty area. Shot comes in from 15 yards or so. It was Callum Stiles with the chance, and it's gobbled up by Baxter. He'll be happy to save shots like that, as Bernard will try and play the ball delicately down the right hand side, and back it goes towards Collins. He's under pressure as Longman charges into the penalty area to try and charge it down. Callum Stiles back towards Gomez, down the side with Leia Rasika, left hand side, lifts it into the box. Callum Britton is free, and it's a shot straight into the middle, and Nathan Baxter was there and waiting. If he picked out a corner, the power would probably have been enough to make it 1-1, but instead it remains 1-0 to Hull City, and that is a chance, a huge chance, squandered. So apart from Derby, Hull City, anyone 17th below are trailing in their matches, as Hull City try and win the ball high, and Honeyman has poked it through for Keane Lewis Potter to finish. The celebrations can start now. You wait for one goal and two come along at once. Hull City won it high up the pitch, and it was played through delicately to an unmarked Keane Lewis Potter for the simplest of finishes, and maybe, just maybe, the winning goal for Hull City. Honeyman picked him out, got his foot to the ball first as Barnsley gave it away cheaply in their midfield, and Keane Lewis Potter, it might just be his third goal of the season, but by far and away the most important so far. Barnsley with 6.5 minutes to go, starting to look as though they're giving up the fight as they come forward now with Woodrow. Bernard reads it so brilliantly and manages to win the ball back. The second helpings find Doherty, and Keane Lewis Potter in all sorts of space on the edge of the penalty area, takes it into the area, tries to get around his man, he's still got the ball, and it's Longman! Oh, he's hit the post! Ryan Longman with his chance to get his first goal of the season, and the post is his enemy. He receives the ball again on the right hand side, tries to work a way through. Keane Lewis Potter, the architect of the opportunity, after getting the ball in acres of space, brought the ball into the penalty area, rode the first challenge, and then played it to an unmarked Longman, who is going to be gutted he's missed that opportunity. And the Hull City fans are having the time of their life in the away end at the moment as Hull City in possession. Smallwood will go towards Callum Elder. They may lead by 2, but Hull City, as we know, attacking football, they want more. Elder into the penalty area, linking up nicely with Keane Lewis Potter. It comes to Smallwood to strike. He got real power to it. Bradley Collins pushes the ball away to his left-hand side. And the captain, who's had a captain's performance today, could have capped it off with a goal. But the goalkeeper in green was able to tip the ball away with 2 very spread hands.